What? Absolutely. Say it again, y'all. What? Absolutely. Listen to me.
Welcome to wrestlerant HD, America's #1 professional wrestling rant show. I'm your host, Angelo Demetrius, and you have come back to the show that you, the fan, make possible. Alright, this week in professional wrestling, not that great, but as usual, yours truly has some pet peeves that he wants to pick on about professional wrestling, about WWE sports entertainment, really. Now, we're going to dig right in. First of all, let me start off by saying, while it's not a main topic on the show, I do recognize that the Big Show got fired. Here's a reason I don't care. The reason I don't care is, if you're going to take a main title contender like the Big Show, who once held the World Heavyweight Championship, even the WWE Championship, and putting down to the Intercontinental title ranks, doesn't really matter if you fired him. I mean, that'd be like me going to WWE.com and finding out that they wished Santino Murillo in his future endeavors. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. That ought to tell you something, Big Show. That ought to tell you something. Alright, now, we saw this coming. I saw this coming. Paul Heyman comes right out and puts the words on his lips that everybody knows that he's going to say. Sue, 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 sue. I'm going to sue the WWE. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue your mother. I'm going to sue... Paul Heyman is known for lawsuits, so it's not a surprise. But the big thing here is this. WWE is going somewhere with a Paul Heyman angle. Now, last Monday night was not the last that we've seen of Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman should have a bone to pick with Vince McMahon for buying out and then destroying his company, ECW. Does Paul Heyman have sabotage in mind for Vince McMahon? I don't want to be the one to say I hope so, but I hope so. Anyway, the story is intriguing, and you can almost sink your teeth into it. Don't look for this story to come to a head at this pay-per-view over the limit. But what you can do is this. You can continue to watch as the weeks go on to see what Paul Heyman will do and say next, because believe me, if Paul Heyman is involved, there will be some doing indeed. I like the fact that Paul Heyman does not show up by himself. I also like the fact that the possibility of a Brock Lesnar still being in the WWE is lingering. However, WWE may be trying to do something else new with Paul Heyman. I don't want to throw any names out there like CM Punk. Anyway. Alright, how many of you loved what was going on between John Cena and John Laurinaitis in the ring Monday night? I mean, every time Cena would tell John Laurinaitis that he sucked, well, it was like watching Harvey Korman and Tim Conway on the Carol Burnett show. I mean, Harvey Korman couldn't keep from breaking up as Tim did his bit. Well, the same thing happened here on live television with John Laurinaitis. He couldn't help breaking up as John Cena did his bit. He had the touch of the giggles there, and I enjoyed it. Hey, that's what live television is all about, the unexpected. And when something like that happens, you can't help but to dig into it. Good job, guys. Good job. Hey, you're not going to hear me say that too much. So, record this, DVR, whatever it is you do. Alright, bear with me on this one. Now, a lot of you are looking at that and saying, what in the world does Mr. Wrestlerant have on his monitor? It says 1 cent pay-per-view. Now, here's the reason I brought this up. Okay? TNA did something when they first started that was unheard of. Nobody had ever done it. They wanted fans to watch their pay-per-views. They wanted fans to watch their shows. So what did they do? They said, well, we're going to put this show on pay-per-view for a penny. WWE, I am proposing that you give us a pay-per-view or pay-per-views for 1 penny. Now, don't go nuts. Not the main ones. But pay-per-views like Over the Limit are simply over the limit. See, the average fan, including myself, can't afford to buy every pay-per-view every single month. WWE, you must realize the economic times that we are living in. And you must begin to realize the needs of the fans. Affordability of pay-per-views. Now look, don't get nuts and start dropping great pay-per-views like SummerSlam and WrestleMania down to a penny. No. I say, you take the bi-monther pay-per-views like Over the Limit, Hell in a Cell, Fatal 4-Way, and give us, not all, but some of those for 1 penny. Do it, WWE. I dare you to do something original, different, that you've never done before. Okay, TNA did it first, but maybe you can do it better. WWE, this is your chance to be innovative. This is your chance to prove to the fans that you care about our needs as professional wrestling fans. If you like what I'm saying or you don't like what I'm saying as a fan, you can go to Facebook.com and go to the WrestleRant HD page at Facebook.com and give your opinion on what you think the WWE should do concerning the price of pay-per-views. You're watching America's #1 professional wrestling rant show, WrestleRant HD. Don't you go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Angelo Demetrius, host of WrestleRant HD, asking for your vote this November. I will be a far better president than any of my opponents who are currently running for the presidential nomination, including John Laurinaitis. I promise to be fair to the professional wrestling fan and to the American people, unlike my opponent.
I want all you ingrates to remember the last thing I said. You can all go to hell.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hey, vote for me, man. It'll happen. Am I going to raise taxes? Are you kidding? I'm going to raise taxes higher than Snoop Dogg. Yeah, man. Hey, I got 2 words for you, baby. Yacht party. Yeah. Hey, I got to go. Yeah, I got to go. So please, vote for me, Angelo Demetrius, because I will be the greatest president of the United States of America ever. God bless America.
Listen to me.
Tired of politics as usual? Then watch WrestleRant HD, the only place that gives you information and entertainment as you watch. WrestleRant HD. Don't stick to politics as usual. Watch WrestleRant. And God bless professional wrestling.
Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely.
When you say you love me, it doesn't matter. It goes into my head as just chit chatter. You may think it's egotistical or just wearing free, but what you say, I take none of it seriously. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. So I'd let you pretend to read me.
Welcome back to America's #1 professional wrestling rant show, WrestleRant HD. I'm still your host, Angelo Demetrius, coming to you with a startling revelation. You see, I've been looking all over for this fantastic new network that WWE talked about. And guess what? I found it! Alright, now, get your pad and paper because this is important. I want you to be able to write down the network. I want you to be able to write down this station because many of you are going to enjoy great I can't talk tonight. Great programming on the WWE Network. Are you ready for this? All right, here it is. The WWE Network is on YouTube. That's right. The WWE Network is on YouTube. You see, WWE couldn't afford or find right now a network that would take any of their programming. Can't tell you what happened there. The airwaves, the space, whatever just aren't open for World Wrestling Entertainment. But YouTube is plenty open for the WWE. Hey, WWE, listen to me. I'm not going to harp on you too bad. I mean, after all, this show is broadcast on YouTube. So, hey, we share a network together. And if you want to call YouTube a network, well, God bless America, we're going to call YouTube a network. So, WWE, hey, we're in the same program lineup. When people look for you, guess what? They find me. And when they look for me, they'll find you. You wash my back, I wash yours. You scrub my toes, forget it. Look, just know this. The WWE has a network, and its name is YouTube. But guess what? YouTube is not restricted to only WWE. I encourage every professional wrestling fan watching this show to watch other great moments that WWE does not necessarily own, including matches from NWA, WCW, WCCW, AWA, including independent promotions around the country, even in your own backyard. Fans, thank you for making this America's #1 professional wrestling rant show and watching this week's edition of Rant HD. I want you to go to Facebook.com, go to the Rant HD Facebook page, and tell us what's on your mind about professional wrestling. Because that page was designed not only to hear yours truly rant, but we want to hear your rant too, and we want you to voice it to the WWE and the rest of the professional wrestling world. Until then, I'm Angelo Demetrius saying I'll see you right here on YouTube.com next Saturday for more Rant HD. Good. Bye, everybody.